I got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad. Miss Wikiana. Miss Wig. Miss Wikiana. Miss Wig.
This whole Jackie thing, I'm going to be honest, did throw me for a loop a little.
Such a fame whore. She would probably sell her own mother down the river just for an ounce of fame. Jackie's just Teresa with brains. Fact. With a formal education.
This isn't the first thing I've heard you said about me, by the way. Give me a couple minutes, because that's disgusting.
I think that there was a real team mentality this season, which turned the show into less of a friend group and more of a competition series. What viewers didn't get to see was at Jen Fessler's birthday party, Teresa and I actually did talk for a few minutes, and it started out just, small talk, but I think we both left the conversation sort of feeling like, well, that was pleasant.
Why would you say that there's no way Rachel was going to go make up with Teresa if me and Melissa are in her ear?
Because I feel like that's true.
And then when she goes over to you, one of my closest friends, to talk.
She said you said horrible things about me and Paul.
I know. And I've never. And this I could take to the grave and swear I never said a bad word about you.
What has Margaret said about Dolores and Paul? That was so horrendous, according to Jackie.
Oh, Jackie has not repeated anything that Margaret has said about them. Jackie wants to take the high road, and she refuses to tell us anything that Margaret said about any of it.
Ah, so your plan to use Jackie for information.
We weren't using, but we thought we might as well try. But she's, I'm proud of her that she's keeping her integrity, unlike some people.
Are you sure that's all you said about Paul?
I mean, listen, maybe one other thing I said is that, when I was having my little fit of rage, I would say, she was still with David. This wouldn't have happened.
I love you guys, and I want to help fix you guys.
Everybody was right about you. You're a piece of shit. I see you. I want you to know that.
You need to just calm down.
I see you. You're a
dirtbag.
You're a dirtbag. Tonight is your night.
No, I know, but I know it's...
No, Teresa. The answer is no.
Thank you. I'm so proud of you. By the way, you look like So I don't talk bad about Jen. And tonight, I'm not saying anything to her. Nothing.
So do you.
Oh, you terrible clown.
Corinne O wants to know, Danielle, is there any part of you that regrets getting worked up and telling Jennifer she looks like crap at Teresa's podcast event?
No, that was my favorite part of the whole thing.
That was your favorite part?
That was a good one, yeah.
Clown. She looked like a clown. She was sparkling like a clown.
Okay. Jen, you're a tough girl. You can handle it.
I obviously don't handle it the correct way.
I'm gonna make up with that trash box.
Like that, then.
Jen, my question for you is, how has your friendship with Teresa changed since she refused to fully have your back after your fight with Danielle?
Oh, Teresa's...
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, this is the thing. Teresa's the type where when you know how she always says, you need to tell me? You need to tell me. So once I told her, she realized, and she's like, you know what? I'm going to be more there for you. Sometimes she just doesn't do anything intentional. This is just who she is. And being her friend, I acknowledge that about her. So we're good. She's one of my best friends. She ripped me a new one, and you guys didn't even say anything.
Thank you. I'm so proud of you. By the way, you look like
So do you.
Oh, you terrible
clown.
What the
This isn't even about her so much. This is about me and you. I just want to make sure that you know where I'm coming from because of where I felt that night. I felt so alone.
I think I'm gonna make up with that trash box. Like that, then.
She's not that good of a friend to you like I am.
1,000,000%.
So what's going on with this court case then?
Any day, we're waiting.
So closing arguments have already been done?
We're just waiting for her decision. You and your sisters have gone through a hard lesson at an early age, which made you girls who you are today. That lesson has made you stronger. Mm-hmm. That's life. Unfortunately, in life, there are people that want to try to steal your peace. And,
Yeah, you can't let that happen, Mom.
Yeah, no, I know. Believe me, it's like a learning lesson every day. And I think you guys are seeing what I'm going through. So,
Yeah, I definitely still see that you're going through a lot with
Louis' case.
Okay, so we have to read 68 because that's some other stuff that comes up.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do not make such claim lightly, as during our most recent communications regarding the return of our respective property held by the other, I found documents in my home that we resided in together that reveal the defendant has kept intricate files on past lovers, including their online profiles and background information, and most shockingly, sensitive information, including financial statements, safe combinations, and online passwords to access financial accounts. And he attaches them as an exhibit.
He did, and I looked at them, and then
I saw them too.
It's great. Yeah, we both looked at them. I'm just going to go ahead and point this out now, because I'm not saying that probably Louis hasn't done some of this stuff too, but she doesn't deny this in her affidavit to the court and just says that she's a bit of a hoarder and that she never misused any of the information. So she pretty much admits to having this stuff. And then she has like Ceci was saying, financial accounts. And we're not going to, this is all redacted, but we're not going to publish it. But it's literally, it says Greg's accounts, which is her ex. And it says Ameritrade, his IRA, his E-Trade, his Ariel Mutual Fund, mortgage accounts, Chase Online. And then it has Carol's accounts and social security number. I don't know who Carol is. And all of his healthcare stuff. And then it says Greg's personal credit cards. And it has all of those account numbers on there. I don't know why you would need to keep that stuff for that long. But
also, why would you ask for this stuff? She also has his Ticketmaster account, his eBay, PayPal.
Yeah, she has general websites passwords, and then she has them all listed, and then
AOL, Amazon.
Yeah. It also says Greg's assets as of February 12th, 2007.
Ooh. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can understand Louis finding this and being like, what the hell? Why is she keeping all this financial information from her exes from so long ago?
But also his assets, writing down.
Yeah.
What homes he has. And
if you're, maybe you were negotiating a prenup, and so you had to share that information. Well, if you don't get married, this stuff needs to be shredded.
It got pushed out to September 20th. And I remember that day, I had so much stress. I gave myself a headache. And then to see that Margaret had a part of this is, oh my God.
What are your thoughts on Margaret and Melissa?
Margaret and Melissa?
Mm-hmm.
I think Margaret has been around and dealt with sexual harassment, etc. So I think she has a head for domestic violence. And so I'm a fan of her trying to shine a light on it. And I think it's because she's walked that walk in her life. I don't know too much about it, but I've heard her say that she's, gone through some things there. So I'm always let's go. Anytime domestic violence gets mentioned, I'm here for it. So that's something that's important to me. I'm passionate about that. Melissa, I think, seems to be tiring of the diplomatic way she's had to engage with her family. So I think she seems to be turning the corner, hopefully, and, standing up for herself because she's sort of had to, deal with Teresa and deal with Joe and kind of, be diplomatic. They have children, so there's cousins and things that she does the right thing by being mindful and careful. But I suppose there's only so far you could push someone.
Teresa said, and I quote, "I can't wait for the world to see what a liar she is." And she was referring to you, Margaret Josephs.
I love it. I love it.
What is she talking about?
I know. Let me take the wind out of her sails. This is her big bomb. Margaret Josephs spoke to Louis' ex, Vanessa.
Okay,
Big
so
deal.
how did that happen? How did you speak to Vanessa? Did you find her?
No, I didn't find her. It's so ridiculous. It's I spoke to her. Big deal. It was nothing major. She thinks I was the one putting things out there from the beginning. I never spoke to Vanessa before I met Louis. I never spoke to him the first year he was on the show. Nothing like that. After they spoke to Laura, I spoke to her maybe once or twice. That was no big deal. But after the Bo Dietl stuff, I spoke to her for sure.
But did you reach out to Vanessa on
No,
Instagram, or did
never.
Vanessa reach out to you?
Never.
Well, how
never.
did you speak to her?
That's what it was. She had DM'd, at that point with all the lawsuits and this going on, the Bo Dietl, she had reached out to, all of them.
you.
At
Okay.
this point, Everybody was in
communicated.
contact with the Bo Dietl stuff.
Okay.
Because we were all like, what's going on here?
Okay.
Because at that point, she already had the restraining order and everything. But prior to that, I will say, with the Laura stuff, after the Laura season, I had, DM'd with her, and that was it. But nothing before that. So that's her big bomb, by the way.
Did she give
her
you
big
any-
bomb, Margaret, spoke to Vanessa.
Once this is settled, it's kind of just going to be like, and I told you so moment for Margaret's sake. You're going to talk to all the girls, and then I think everyone's going to see the picture.
What is what do you like about the show this season?
It's been kind of triggering to watch
Has
for
it?
all of us. Thank God we have each other, because it's not just myself, it's the other victims, but also my girlfriends are kind of just watching somebody, that they're not really fond of, let's say. And it's hard to witness some of the behaviors. So it has been interesting. I sometimes feel like I'm living in like a telenovela. Like it's like every day is a new Netflix series. Like what the hell is going? And you feel connected to it. So it's very surreal. It's been a strange experience for sure.
Do you relive it?
I sometimes have like reels I'll go through and I'll remember because some of the same behaviors are happening. So I'm just like, I do kind of, and I'll connect something. Oh my God, I remember this or I remember that. And then thank God, like I said, I have others that have experienced it to sort of validate and hold space for that, because it is interesting to watch something like this play out on television. It just is weird. And, people should really honor the women on this side and that experience, because unless you walk in those shoes, you just don't know what it's like.
Ew. Like JK, but like maybe not. But thank you for watching. But you hating ass bitches always have something to say. Hating ass bitch, but you're still watching my vids. What? You're so upset. But that's like okay, because have a piece of bread, have a Xanax, relax, because I said what I said.